Transform your living room into the heart of your home where cherished memories are made, whether it's cozying up with your family, watching your favorite movie, or hosting an intimate gathering. But tackling clutter and organization can feel like an insurmountable task when space is limited. Fear not, for we have curated 12 ingenious ideas to help you optimize every inch of your small living room and maximize functionality for additional storage. As always, SimpHome curates and presents you with this list. Number 12. A slim console behind the couch project idea with built-in shelves. Build a functional and stylish slim console behind your couch for a cozy, organized living room. This space-saving console features bookshelves on both sides, perfect for storing magazines, and is made of pine boards for the body and deluxe oak wood for the top. Start by cutting the pine board to size and sanding the edges. For a polished finish, paint all pieces before assembly. Make 2 pairs of built-in shelves and place them behind the sofa. Measure the width between them, cut the oak board, and overhang it on each end. Number 11. Another tiny console table project idea with integrated power outlet. Transform your sofa into a functional workspace with a built-in power outlet and cup holder using the next console hack. First, cut the oak boards to make 4 corner supports and a small outlet box. Assemble the table by attaching the inside vertical pieces to the top and bottom panels. Then add the outlet box in the middle and the corner supports at each corner. Finally, drill a hole in the top lid for the charger cord and seal or paint the unit before adding the recessed outlet. Number 10. A modern coffee table for less than $100. At under $100, you'll get a modern coffee table with a large drawer for blankets, games, or anything. After cutting the plywood, apply veneer banding to the side panel's edges using regular iron at the highest heat. Then, drill 3/4-inch pocket holes into all panels. Set the table by attaching the side panels to the bottom panel and attach the top panel. Go 1 inch inward at all 4 corners of the bottom panels, then attach the 4 table legs. Next, build the drawer box, cut a notch for the drawer holder, and attach the slides. Last, fill the pocket holes and the coffee table is ready. You can leave it raw or with a bit of polish. Number 9. The Energy Producing Workspace by Eddie Tornberg. Eddie Tornberg, a Swedish student, created this work at his thesis project, Unplugged. It is a working table that can produce energy to run all its electronic devices by going through common working activities because we usually spend so much time working. There are 3 techniques used to derive energy in this set. The carpet contains materials that produce piezoelectricity upon application of mechanical stress. The chair applies the Seebeck effect, and the flower, not a typical room decoration, produces energy through photosynthesis. Number 8. The cardboard floating shelves. Make an economical floating shelf unit using cardboard, thick white paper, and wood color paper. Cut 3 cardboard pieces to make each side and glue them together. Create the bottom box using 2 8x13cm and 8x17cm stacked boards, the middle box with 8x32, 8x25, 8x18, 2 units, and 8x11, 2 stacked boards, and the last box with 8x20, 8x17, 8x13, and 8x10 stacked boards. Trace the shelf unit onto the paper, cut it, and glue it onto the edges, covering the board with wood-like paper. Number 7. An easily adjustable shelf project idea. These wall shelves feature a clamping system allowing for personalized adjustments. Each unit includes 3 120 by 70 centimeter shelves and 10 70 by 3.7 centimeter wooden slats with 5 clamping systems per shelf. Cut and sand 15 varying sizes of shelves and paint the plywood plates and wooden slats white. Pre-drill holes in the wooden slats marked 5 centimeters on each side. Divide the space into 4 15-centimeter parts and then screw them into the plates. Install the 3 shelves on the wall and decorate as desired. Number 6. The art of preservation with no fridge. Ji-Yoon Roo's project offers 5 traditional food preservation designs for those who don't have a fridge in their combined living room kitchen. The first design is a wooden box to store potatoes with a cover with holes for apples. The second is a wooden egg rack with a water-filled glass hole to check freshness. The third is a U-shaped wood and glass rack with sand and a glass tunnel for adding water to maintain humidity. The fourth is a spice jar with a corked lid and rice bags to absorb humidity. The fifth is a wooden rack with a small glass funnel to keep vegetables fresh. Number 5, a floating media console project with built-in LED lights. This floating media console brings a modern home theater to your living room. First of all, prepare plywood and cut it into 4 10-inch pieces, 1 for the cover, 1 for the back, and 2 for the up and bottom sides. Take 1 piece and cut it into 2 10-inch pieces for the sides of the cabinet and 3 9.25 inches for the dividers. Then pre-drill pocket at the 4 corners each. Next, join the 2 sides to the up and bottom sides, then drill the dividers. Move on to the back of the cabinet, cut the plywood into the half with a 45-degree angle, 1 to be attached to the cabinet and 1 will go to the wall. Make some relief cuts for a gradient effect for the door and install it into the cabinet using 4 hinges. After sanding and applying the natural oil-based finish, install the LED strip. Now you can install the cabinet to the wall. Number 4, a side table Met Design Allure. Not only alluring, but the round leg of this side table also hides something you don't want in sight, but want to get right away. It'll be easier for you to have the store cut all the sheet materials. To begin with, install a plywood plate as the rectangular leg to the top sheet back a bit. Then drill a hole in the underside of the top sheet for the dowel to connect to the circular leg. After that, fix the shelf in the back center of the circular leg. Lightly sand and paint the unit. Last of all, mount it to the wall using screws. Number 3, an elegant coffee table project idea. Give your dull rectangular sofa and carpet the playful effect of an oval-shaped coffee table. Start this work by cutting 2 tabletops into sizes. Stick these 2 and sand it all over. For the bottom, cut the same but smaller shape as the tabletop. Then attach the top and bottom boards. To match the ribbed pattern of the sofa, cut decorative pine frames and glue them to the leg of the table. You may want to fill the gap or holes with putty, then sand it afterwards. Next, prime and varnish the coffee table in a color Cooper pink. Number 2, a wooden web table idea. A very sophisticated, traditional yet contemporary table is the obvious example of a craftsman's work. The spiderweb at the base results in an aesthetic look. There is a combination of leather at the surface as a writing mat or merely as the center of attention. You can find a square lid that you can open on both sides of the leather mat. Another surprise to this table is the hidden pencil drawer at the underside. Precise attention to every detail. As we approach the end of our countdown, we want to remind you that our collection of home improvement ideas doesn't stop here. Simp Homes Content Collections offer a wealth of information on a variety of topics, including gardening, home improvement, finance, bathroom upgrades, bedroom updates, and much more. So if you're looking for even more inspiration for your next project, be sure to check out our other collections. And as we wrap up this countdown, let's take a look at our top pick with Number 1, a mid-century modern console with stencilized doors idea. A mid-century modern feel is about to burst out in your living room with this DIY modern console dresser. The dimensions are 60 inches wide, 18.25 inch deep, and 36 inches tall. The first step is to build the main carcass. Then install the middle shelf dividers. After that, make the base legs and attach them to the main body. Before inserting the drawer boxes, install the slides first. Next, add the shelf dividers, then install the doors. Create the design using U-shaped stencil and painters along the edges. Stain over the stencil with Minwax Early American. Remove the stencil after it dries, then install simple back handles to the console. Well, that's it for now. Before you leave this presentation, we'd like to appreciate every second you spend watching this video. If we deserve more of your attention in the future, press the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Like the video if you believe it'll motivate the YouTube algorithm to push the video to more people. Honestly, though, it is more like a myth to us, so feel free to move on with your plan after the video ends. Lastly, we hope you have great luck with your health and project, and we'll see you again soon.